What's going on, fanbros and fangirls alike? This is Dominique Barnes, aka Freshly Sniped 21 here, and as you can tell by the jacket, I am here to give you my review on the greatness that was Captain America 3: Civil War. We passed opening weekend, so I figured why not, go ahead and make a video for it now. Now, if you was one of the lucky ones that haven't seen it yet, but managed to avoid all spoilers from the internet, kudos to you for doing that. But if you're still trying to go with that streak of not seeing any spoilers, then you might want to go ahead and click out this video, because I will be talking about all the Easter eggs and spoilers that I could possibly think of. But thank you for watching this video. So, I mean, basically, they start off in '91, a Bucky Winter Soldier mission, and they didn't really give the context of what it meant, but considering how great the Russo brothers are, with acting and bringing things full circle, we knew this scene had an integral part of the movie. I'm not going to give it away, but at the same time, we fast forward and then we see the significance of that. But I'll just go ahead and just talk about how they pretty much balanced everybody out in the movie. They pretty much gave everybody equal amount of screen time, to the fact to where it seems like there was nobody overshadowing anybody. Now, the main thing about this movie was the fact that, okay, you got all these people in it, and you call it a Captain America movie. Although you pretty much had all the Avengers in it minus Thor and Hulk, you still knew that this was a Captain America movie. So I really think they did a fantastic job with that. Not pretty much saying this is Avengers 2.5 or anything like that. You still understood that this was a Captain America movie. Now, just real quick, when this movie was first announced, I think I was a little bit skeptical due to the Civil War storyline in the comics, considering how many heroes and villains that was pretty much a part of the whole thing. And considering that, studio licenses and companies and things like that wouldn't sign off to get everybody as possible to be in. I was a little skeptical at first, but once I found out that the Russo brothers were making and directing this movie, my mind was at ease, because they did Winter Soldier and did a fantastic job, and they did another fantastic job with Captain America Civil War 3 as well. Obviously, Black Panther and Spider-Man are pretty much the show stealers, quote unquote. And I do want to give a lot of credit to Tom Holland as Spider-Man before I get to Black Panther, because I think the thing with him was we've seen so many different variations of Spider-Man, comic-wise, movie-wise. We had Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. So we was like, okay, well, we get another young high school Spider-Man, and they just threw him into the fold with pretty much all the characters of the MCU universe. And to say that he held his own and did a fantastic job would be an understatement. I think he probably had maybe a total of 20 minutes throughout the whole movie, but those were some amazing 20 minutes. He's only had his powers for 6 months, so he's still fairly new to it. But just to see the way that him and Tony interacted with each other, that scene when they was at Aunt May's house, it was great to see. And Tony upgraded Spider-Man's costume, not the Iron Spider suit that most people would think that he would get, because that is actually the suit that Tony ended up making for Spider-Man in the comics, was the Iron Spider suit when he first decided to join with Iron Man's side. But I think it's kind of a variation of the Iron Spider suit. The scene where Peter was telling Tony, hey, I gotta wear these goggles because pretty much my senses is dialed up to 11. So I think that's where he got the irises on his mask to where he can kind of focus and zone in and hone things in like that. I mean, the airport scene was by far one of the best action set pieces I've seen in a Marvel movie, DC, just action sequences, period. Because, it was about I would say it was probably a good 15 minutes, but they let everybody shine and show what they can do. And it was kind of a heavy scene, seeing friends fight each other. Black Panther, I hope I'm saying his name right, but Chadwick Boseman, he did a fantastic job playing T'Challa. I mean, I was a little skeptical as far as the accent go, but the accent didn't seem forced. It was a really fantastic accent, and his words was clear. Sometimes people do an accent, but you can't really just understand what they're saying. He did a fantastic job. I mean, just his portrayal as Black Panther, the vengeful son, seeing his father get killed, and just his whole demeanor. He had like that smooth, suave demeanor to him, you know, that you couldn't resist. And I do. It's a little touch, but I did like the fact that everybody that saw him pretty much addressed him as your highness or your king, because they know, hey, that's the king of Wakanda. You gotta respect him for that. Sebastian, he did a fantastic job as Bucky, you know, between him going in and out as far as the Russian, you know, comrade or soldier, and then, you know, remembering everything, and his interaction with Falcon and Steve, I think was fantastic. You can kind of see, you know, Bucky and Falcon kind of having that moment to where, like, they're kind of, I don't want to say like playing for Cap's affection, as far as like, you know, well, you was his sidekick back in 45, you know, I'm his best friend now. So that was kind of button heads, and, you know, just the scene where they was fighting Spider-Man, and then Falcon, you know, uses the Red Hawk, you know, the Red Falcon, and knocks Spider-Man out. And Bucky was like, you couldn't have did that sooner. And then Falcon was just like, I hate you. You know, just things like little touches like that, to where the jokes wasn't forced. I mean, the choreography between the fight scenes was great. It was fantastic. Just all in all, I saw this movie 3 times, and I will definitely go back and see it again. I'm Team Captain America, obviously. The little twist at the end I thought was great, because they had to justify a reason for them go ahead and fighting each other at that end scene. And I'm not going to spoil that for you, because I do, if you haven't seen, I do want you to see that. But the end sequence was kind of brought everything back together from that opening sequence to the end. Was very well done. Just a few Easter eggs that I did spot out. The pens that Tony was giving to Steve, you know, calling the olive branch, quote unquote. He called it a timely comics thing. You know, Marvel was called Timely Comics before that was Marvel. So I think that was pretty good. The shirt that Spider-Man was wearing, you know, the piece of parlor shirt, that was actually the piece of parlor that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man worked at in the original movie. So I thought that was interesting. Falcon's Red Wing, you know, obviously that's his sidekick. But in the comic book, he actually has a falcon, which obviously you couldn't do in the movie universe, because it probably would have looked a little bit cheesy. So shout out to them. The scene where Hawkeye shoots Ant-Man on his arrow was actually from the cover of Avengers 223, if I'm not mistaken. So that was pretty good to see. And, you know, that's pretty much all the Easter eggs that I could think of at the moment. Now, I do want to say, obviously, Black Panther and Spider-Man was the MVP, but my unsung hero will be Ant-Man, because I think his comedy and just what he brought to that movie was fantastic. He's probably the one that's not going to get a lot of credit. Even, you know, when his solo movie came out, it was good, but, you know, a lot of people didn't really just look at it like that. But shout out to Scott Lang and Ant-Man, or should I say Giant Man, because he did go giant in the airport sequence, which I thought was great. That was also from a comic book as well. So job well done, Russo brothers. Captain America Civil War was fantastic. It is definitely in my top 5. And just leave a comment. What was your thoughts on Captain America Civil War? What's some of the things you like? What are some of the things you didn't like? Where would you rank this as far as your all-time MCU universe movies? Like I said, thank you for watching. Once again, Freshly Snipes 21. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll be having more reviews for you. Appreciate y'all watching, fan bros and fangirls. I'm out.